As we begin to build a resilient brain care program, I'd like to invite you to find 3 different opportunities to set aside just 7 minutes of your day. That's a total of 21 minutes every single day. Now, if we look at the fact that usually we're awake for 16 hours, so that's 960 minutes, 21 minutes is just over 2%, not very much time. And yet, by choosing to set aside just 2% of our day for intentional brain care and wellness, we are exponentially increasing our body's ability as well as our mind's ability to stave off stress and stay in balance. Now, you might be wondering, what are we going to do in those 7-minute blocks? Well, just to start off, we have to crawl before we can run. And so as you learn to integrate this experience into your day-to-day life, we're going to start simply with a little CPR for the amygdala and some creating possibilities exercises. So what that looks like is when you first wake up in the morning, I invite you to sit up, and that's important. Get out of bed because otherwise you might fall back asleep. The havening touch does generate delta waves in our brain, which are sleepy waves. So sit up, plant your feet firmly on the ground, and do a self-assessment of how are you feeling in this minute. Because waking up on the wrong side of the bed, that's a very real thing. And waking up on the wrong side of the bed is an indication that perhaps your little amygdala was doing double duty throughout the course of the night. Those little neurons in our amygdala that encode and carry stress and trauma, they don't ever sleep. And that means that when we're sleeping, we might have bad dreams, or we might toss and turn, or wake up ruminating on something because our brain gets looped into a cycle. So first thing in the morning, wake up, check in, and see how you're feeling. If you notice that there's any activation above a 2 on that scale of 0 to 10 that we've been talking about, where a 0 is completely zen and a 10 is, oof, the worst level of panic or pain you've ever felt, if you're at a 2 or above, take a couple moments and apply that CPR for the amygdala. You're going to apply the self-havening touch, maybe play some brain games, A to Z, different bands. And then once you're noticing that your system's regulating down, you know the CPR for the amygdala has worked. That means that your little amygdala no longer percolating and driving the way your thinking brain and the rest of your brain and your body are going to be interacting with the world going forward. At that point, first thing in the morning, ask yourself a loving question. What type of energy would you like to carry into the rest of your day? Maybe you want to feel calm, maybe productive, energized, whatever it might be. And then we'll use our creating possibilities neuroplasticity exercise. So that's, as of course, starting with that what if question that we love to ask ourselves. What if I was excited? What if I was curious? What if I was productive? And again, bringing in that self-havening touch to support your system and connecting more fully into neuroplasticity so that you're creating a new opportunity for your mental framework as well as linking and anchoring an experience that you can connect back to throughout the rest of your day. Again, that will take about 7 minutes, maybe a little longer if you want to do it a little bit longer, but plan on setting aside 7 minutes. Then get up, go do your day, have your breakfast, do your coffee, whatever it might be. And then now you want to find another time in the experience of your day where you can intentionally step back and check in. Really, we're also checking in on how is our little amygdala doing? How are we feeling about how the day is progressing so far? Are we as motivated as we want to be? Have there been some tough calls or meetings that you've sat through? Maybe you're frankly just a little bored. Whatever it might be, do that same exercise, 0 to 10, where are you? If you're at above a 2, a little bit CPR for the amygdala. And then once you're noticing a greater state of calm, connect back into the feeling state that you began cultivating in the morning. You're linking your brain more fully into that chosen feeling state with intention. The more we connect back to the experiences that we've already linked into our system, the stronger those connections get, And the greater the likelihood that our brain will automatically link into those in the future. Now, if you're at a 2 or below, you can simply spend maybe 2 or 3 minutes. You go, what if? Bring back in that havening touch. Or you might notice that you already are feeling excited as soon as you ask that what if question, because your brain already has some connection to it. Then go back to your day. Do whatever you need to do. Of course, throughout the course of the day, anytime you notice a little bit of activation, maybe a little bit of a reactionary response, or even some feelings of fatigue, take a moment and engage neuroplasticity. You can either do that CPR for the amygdala to calm your system down if you're noticing some adrenaline or cortisol, or if you're noticing that you simply need a little pick-me-up, go back to that what if experience, or bring in a new one for a new felt state that you want a little bit more of. Finally, now that we're at the end of our day, do that exact same exercise. It's so simple. Remember, our brain is really simple. And so when we work within a patterned process, because our brain loves patterns, it simply gets used to doing these exercises and it likes it. So at the end of your day, take a moment, review your day. Notice if there's any lingering experiences of stress or worry. And also, of course, do an internal check-in. How are you feeling right now? And guess what? If you're at above a 2, go ahead and do that CPR for the amygdala, play some brain games, sing some songs, and then assess what energy you would like to carry into the rest of your day. It's very simple. 2% of your day, 21 minutes, maybe less. The more you do the work, the more your brain gets used to feeling and experiencing these exercises and moving into the opportunity for harnessing neuroplasticity for building your resilient brain. It's a joy and an honor being a part of your resilient journey, and I look forward to seeing you soon.